box of all things.
Everybody got a ticket?
5982. 5982.
5982. You must be present to win.
You must be present to.
5982.
Anyone? Anyone?
Anyone? How's that possible? Okay.
Okay.
Maybe Mark, because Mark left.
Could have given his ticket to.
All right. That's all right. Next one. 6,000.
Sid.
Oh, all right. We got a winner. All right.
She needs to be patched. She's in pain.
Okay, so we're gonna patch you,
And Jen, what's this one?
and we have another giveaway, and then we have another little.
This is gorgeous.
That is beautiful.
100% baby alpaca.
Baby
There were
alpaca.
no alpacas harmed in the process. It's a scar. It's a scar.
This feels incredible.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Oh, wow, I love
There's the
that.
number.
Okay, you guys ready? Feel that business.
Yeah, it's so amazing.
All right, so that one is going to 5992. Right there, all right.
She
Congratulations. All right. Everybody wants to be a winner. All right.
Everyone's a winner.
Okay,
Okay.
we have some shop goodies
Ooh.
for all the things. So you've got some of your oils, we got some On Guard, we've got some castor oil. You guys know castor oil? That's all the rage. So,
Fabulous.
this
That's
is
the
a
new word.
fabulous.
Fabulous.
All right.
And that's gonna go to this person, whoever this is.
And there's a gift certificate in here for one free foot bath.
Wow.
To do it. You don't get to take it home. You get to do it here.
Do it here.
Yeah. 5988. 5988.
Oh my gosh. So how's your pain level? You were a pain level before a 7 and you're now?
It's around a 4.
Around a 4. Okay, that's close to 50%.
Congratulations.
And who else we had here? What was your pain level before?
I think about 10.
And now what is
I
it?
can't tell until I get up and start walking around. That's when it really hits me.
Okay.
Right now, it feels fine, but.
Feels fine now.
But if I stand, that's when it hits me, is when I start walking.
Did it feel fine when you were sitting earlier?
When I said it felt
It does,
pretty good,
okay, yeah.
It's just when you move.
It's when I move. Get up
And your pain level went from a 7 to what?
2.5.
About 2.5. Wow. 7 to a 2. That's pretty significant. Awesome.
All
Okay.
right, so we've got
Ooh, energy enhancer.
energy enhancer patches.
Giveaway.
This one's a
It's
big one.
Christmas.
This one made me like Hank Sheetrock. All right, you guys ready?
Ready?
Okay, who's gonna be the winner?
All right, energy 5984. 5984.
Who's 5984?
Gotta be here.
They just pulled numbers out of the.
I know, I'm not making it up.
So it's
All
a-
right.
Oh,
All right.
oh, it's hers. She got her glasses on. Congratulations, she won. So how's the level of pain now?
You know, I think it's good. I mean, it feels fine right now.
Feels fine?
Yeah.
But you had a pain level of 10 before, I
It
thought.
was really horrible this morning.
And you're like
And
fine now.
Now I'm not feeling it, so.
Wow, so that's 100%.
How?
You at a 0 right now?
Well, again, like I say, until I start walking around, that's when it really hits me. When I'm sitting down, I've been fine. But the minute I start and put weight on and start,
Wow.
walking around is
So
when it
take
really.
off jogging. Take off jogging.
Take off jogging.
Oh, run around the parking lot and come back in.
Let's do some squats and see what happens.
Yeah.
This video for Tamika.
Oh.
That is so awesome.
Okay, guys, last drawing.
Last prize.
Ooh, the grand prize.
All right.
Grand prize, X39. is
So-
going-
Everyone's ready?
Yep.
It's gonna make you rich and skinny. Let's do it. All right. 5978.
Oh, 7-7. Oh,
5978.
Oh, congratulations.
All right, everybody, get some snacks. We're here to help you.
All right.
5977.
And that's it. So,
Okay, so I want you guys, before we wrap up here, I want you guys to just yell out what's the number one word that can kind of sum up what you've experienced here today.
Amazing.
Amazing. What's next? Tremendous. Any others?
Exciting.
Exciting. Curious. Yeah, curious. Anybody else over here?
Miraculous.
Miraculous. Healing. Okay. Anybody else want to throw out a word? Knowledge, yes, yes. Did anybody learn anything here today about the human body? Even if you don't start on the stem cells activation patches, ooh, the FDA doesn't want us to call them stem cell activation patches anymore. So they're called cell activation patches or thingy-majingy patches or light therapy patches, anything but stem cell activation patches. We're all good. Yes.
If you text that number, what
If you text that number, we'll send you those bullet points to your cell phone. Yeah, and then when you give Marty and Jen's and/or their name, then we just contact them and let them know that you asked, that you got the stem cell activation bullet points.
Which one of these YouTube videos should we focus in on?
Actually, this is a good one. The Wellness Superheroes, they did a great job. There's like 3 testimonials on there. There's from my bus accident, when I got hit by a bus 3 blocks shy of getting, finishing a 16-mile bike ride, and Jody, because Jody almost died, and Annie, a 33-year-old, they were going to put a pacemaker in her, and her heart rate went from 151 to normal within 10 minutes of putting the patches on. Yeah.
YouTube.
I had a question regarding, has there been any testing done, like, with children with processing disorders or learning disabilities or anything like that? So just a little quick background, I have an 18-year-old, he was born with bilateral retinoblastoma, he was a 2-time cancer survivor by the time he was 3. Due to the amount of chemotherapy, he had 16 rounds of chemotherapy and 6 weeks of radiation on his
Surprised
right
he's still
eye.
alive.
So because of that, he has, they call it radiation brain. So he has a processing disorder. He currently processes things at the level of a 6-year-old. Emotionally, he's about 9 years old. He does have a little bit of a developmental disability as far as learning and stuff like that. Has there been any testing or any research done on that with the stem cells?
So of the 90 scientific studies that we've done, none of them were done on children. We have, let's see, the Telegram group, Jen and Marty, I think, aren't we up to like 9,000 or 9,100 people on the team? Yeah, so we have over 9,000 people on the patches globally. That's just from our group. And many of them have children who have all sorts of different disorders, disabilities, brain bleeds, I mean, you name it, it's quite extensive, and special needs and so forth. So every single child, like for example, one little girl, her name is Taylor, she had a brain bleed when she was 4 years old, she was misdiagnosed with a cancer, yada, 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 long story short, she had never had been verbal her entire life until about 2 months, even though they took her outside of the country and spent 125 grand on donor stem cells to put back into her body, she still never became verbal. And it benefited her some. However, that has a 50-50% acceptance and rejection. Once her mother and father took her and started putting the stem cell activation patches, which are no longer called stem cell activation patches, I have to keep reminding myself they're cell activation patches, within 2 months she became verbal for the first time in her life. And then even though she was 18, biologically she was like a prepubescent child, even though she was chronologically 18. Then she started menstruating and started going through puberty, and her spine started straightening out. Even her facial muscles, she was at risk of losing an eye, and even because we see a lot of bone alignment take place with people. It's not because that's your original blueprint. So this is a regenerative process because it's your original blueprint that's activating prior to your being, exposed to whatever agents, in the mother's womb. So that's why it's so powerful.
Because he also is severe ADHD and autistic, and he's got other couple things going on.
There's all sorts of potential. So now it's just a matter of putting the patches on them and then paying attention to how he responds, and you're going to start to notice all sorts of improvements.
Like what patch would he use?
39 and 49.
39 and 49.
And then after a child like that, I would start with 39 and 49 and then see how they do after 3-4 days and then add E on. I would put that on his neck bump too because of the balancing of the left and right hemisphere of the brain. Yeah. And how old is he?
He's 18 now.
He's 18? Yeah. So that's, definitely.
What about Lyme disease?
Lyme disease. That's That's an infection. Usually Lyme disease, we have a lot of people with Lyme disease. Lyme disease, people who have Lyme disease usually have multiple infections. It's not just the Lyme tick bite. They get multiple infections, and it causes an autoimmune, like chaos storm inside the body. Your immune system kind of goes amok. So this is going to detox you from any germ, virus, bacteria, microbe, any toxin, metals, because the patches are designed to, we have different patches that will remove different metals of the body. So you're going to detox from all those different things, and as those things are literally removed from your body through urination, defecation, and perspiration, those symptoms will disappear. Yeah,
Is that for any autoimmune?
any autoimmune.
Okay, and so what patches would that be?
So the Fantastic Five is 39, 49, glutathione, carnosine, eon, yeah.
Okay, and
But
where,
anybody who has autoimmune, you need all five.
and where would you place those on some?
Autoimmune on your brainstem, unless you have pain somewhere in the body. If you have pain, because sometimes they do, if you have pain somewhere in the body, then I would put those patches in that pain point. They don't have, if they have overall body pain, just put it on the neck bump. Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm like wearing two.
Cheryl
Yeah, so,
invited
and,
me.
yeah.
so
Just
she gave
all
me a
over.
pass.
Oh,
Yeah, so everybody starting on the patches, whether you start today or never, or let's say you start today or you start tomorrow at any point in the future, I always make available patch placements, calls. We do a 15-minute Zoom. The day that you receive your patches, you just reach out, let us know you want to do a patch placement call, and then we'll jump on a quick 10, 15-minute Zoom, and based on what's going on with you, wherever you have the most discomfort or pain, then we patch it, and then you have your marching orders, and then you can do another patch placement call if you feel you need another one, 30 days, 60 days, at whatever point in time, doesn't matter. We just want you to get well. No business card, but my number is on the banners here. That's my actual number. You can, that's my phone number, so you can call or text me first, because if you're not in my contacts, I won't pick up the phone.
Got it.
So text me first, let me know that you're Marty and Jen's referral, and then I'll take your call, and then text you back and take your call.
I have one more question.
Sure.
So my son's 14, autoimmune issues. So how long, I know, you gotta detox and clean it out, right? The system out. How long would you say for, he's 14?
He's 14. So again, I don't know what his diet's like, I don't know what his environment is like, and, chemicals in the home, 14 years old. So again,
2024 diet.
I would put him on the Fantastic Five. I would start him off the first 3 days, X39 and 49, and then add glutathione, then carnosine, and then eon. If you have a lot of toxins because you've been on meds, or you've eaten a lot of things that are not, or maybe you're like on a lot of prescription medications, then I recommend definitely do the ionic foot bath. Do a
I have
detox
that,
and
yeah.
do a detox bath. You need to help your body. So it's not just coming out through urination and defecation. You're wanting to have more of it come out through your skin, so it's a gentler detox, and you're not going to feel so run down. If you feel run down the first 2-3 days on the patches, is because your body's detoxing. A lot of people feel
I mean, I do have
energized.
him he's not eating dairy, and
Yeah.
gluten I've tried to limit and stuff, so it's not like, but he sticks stuff.
He's a kid, yeah. I mean, if I were him, I would be, I was eating Twix bars and Snicker bars. and
Right, yeah.
I still sometimes do that.
So would you say how long would you say to do that, the patches then for him?
So since he's 14, probably, he's probably going to get cleaned up in 6 to 8 months. That's
Okay.
probably,
Okay.
because he still has 100% of his stem cells.
Yeah.
The thing is, some of them his DNA may have been up or down regulated to express the problems that he's having. So now they just need to be reset. So 100% of his original blueprint is going to get reset. It just takes time, so 6 to 8 months.
Okay.
So about, it doesn't even have to go a full year. You'll know. As a mother, you're going to instinctively know, and you just trust yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alzheimer's, that's typically low glutathione, low or no glutathione levels. So the Fantastic Five, and you'll notice a difference in the first few weeks. Yeah, so, yeah, it's definitely a game changer. Anyone else questions? Yes?
Yes, I have a friend that just started with the X39, but she has, the closest I can describe it would be restless leg syndrome, but all over her body. She says it's not, she literally can only sleep a couple hours a night.
Because
and
the
she
shake
has to
wakes
move
her.
around, the energy in her body is, she Yeah, and I don't have any idea which patch would help.
So X39, X49, and I would do the Fantastic Five, but at the very
Yes.
bottom would be 39, 49. I would say Eon and glutathione, but
Yeah, I
Eon,
think the 5,
yeah, really the 5. It's going to be the quickest repair and the fastest relief.
good, yeah. She did go from sleeping 2 hours a night
To
to
like,
6 hours a night.
Yeah, we-
After a few days.
yeah, we see that quite a bit, which is a game changer. Go
If
ahead.
somebody has a bad injury, like on a bike wreck or a motorcycle wreck,
Uh-huh.
how many X39s would they want to use a day? Can you use too many? Or-
You can, that's a great question. How many of X39s, 49, or any of the patches? You can wear up to 3 sets. Well, okay. So David, our scientist, who is inventor of the patches, he says you can wear up to 3 of any given patch. Now, we have Dr. James, we have like the largest group of doctors and holistic care practitioners like in the world doing this. Dr. James Canneller, he is originally a biomedical engineer, then he got a pharmacology PhD, then he became a cardiologist, then he got a PhD in electrophysiology. So in his clinic, he's been using the patches for 3 years, and he actually does studies with his patients that he actually publishes and indexes on PubMed. I've seen him put 10 to 14 carnosines on somebody who has a pacemaker or a heart condition. And he has the published studies before and after. So that being said, just FYI, there is that potential. He's the only person I know, but he knows better than most because he's got that pharmacology PhD. He understands the quantum physics as a biomedical engineer, but he's also a cardiologist and an electrophysiologist PhD. So he really knows his stuff, and he's had extraordinary results with his patients. So, yeah. So I would say, you can go 3 comfortably, and then pay attention to how your body feels, because if you have injuries in your body, you can put an X39. Let's say if you have a head injury, if you have an arm and a leg injury, you could put an X39 and 49 on any of those 3 spots. Eon, you can put 3, 4, or 5 Eon. That's the master anti-inflammatory. It's not a 1-to-1 ratio when you put multiple patches. You get 100% of the benefit from the first patch, and then about 45% with the second and the third patch. So just keep that in mind. But you can do multiple areas of the body. Marcy, when I do events with her, who is the gal who had the stage 3 breast cancer, who's been in remission now, she started on the patches 5 years ago. She normally will do an X39, and she'll double patch with 2 sets of ice wave, like above and below where the X39 is in the pain spot. That works fantastic too. Usually we zero out the pain in that case. We're all running low right now because we've been doing so many events. It's like we can't seem to buy enough ice wave to patch people. But yeah.
In the pamphlets, and it's talking about the carnosine, it says use 1 to 3 times a week. Can
I know.
use it daily?
It's daily. So
Okay, thank you.
So I know it says 1 to 3. We had a lot of people ask that about carnosine and about glutathione. Your organs are working 24/7 as long as you're alive. So I wear the Fantastic 5. I also wear the Neuro patch, which also has to do with digestion and hormones, called SP6, and usually one set of energy enhancer. So I wear them. I never skip a day because, again, I can't get yesterday back. And your cells are working every day, and they just put. It used to be that the closest 5G cell tower was 1.6 miles from me, and now 3 blocks away, they're putting 2, not 1, 2, just down the street from me, and I'm like, oh, man.
Because we're in emergency management, we're bombarded by all those
Yeah.
things.
So I would
And
wear.
I definitely feel it.
Yeah, so you might want to wear, so the X49 is going to protect you from that,
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah.
If you want an extra level of security, you can put 1 on top part of the body, 1. David does a lot of top and bottom part of the body. That's our scientist.
So I'm on the Fantastic 5 and the
You're gonna be
SP6.
You're gonna be
And
fine.
I figure after my 7 months, I want to get the Alavita.
Get the Alavita now. Yeah, the Alavita. Yeah, get the Alavita now because that's going to help with organ function and your circadian
With their,
rhythm.
and especially with everything else that's coming, so thank you so
Absolutely,
much.
yeah. All right,
One quick question, diabetes, have you had any results with diabetes?
Yeah, I had one guy who had 470 glucose. He's 86, well, I think he's 87 years old now. Went from 470 to 97 for the first time in his life in 14 years since he was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. he went to 97, under 100. And since he's been on the patches, he's normally between 97 and like 110, his blood sugar level.
And so if he gets off the patches, what do you think, what do you suspect?
He's never been off the patches since he started.
Okay, and how long has he been on them?
He started in October of 2022.
Wow, okay.
October 2022.
When did you start on the patches?
You don't have to stay on them for life, but people feel so good on them. They're
Have you had anybody with diabetes that has got on them and then got off them or no?
Yeah, I have.
And what happened?
I have one guy, nothing. I had a guy who's 40 years old, really good looking, athletic guy, plays baseball, entrepreneur. He got on the patches. He was on the patches for about 8 months. Instead of having the peaks and valleys that he had before, he like leveled out. So he had a lot of cellular repair, and then stopped wearing the patches because he didn't feel that he needed them anymore.
And he is still good.
Yeah, he's still good. He's still fine.
Okay,
he can
so-
start at any time if he chooses to, but he hasn't needed
So
to.
what for diabetes, what patch is that one?
That's the Fantastic Five and the SP6 patch. SP6 because that has to do with regulating your digestive system,
Okay.
your reproductive system, and your hormonal system.
So infertility would be that S.
That SP6, yeah, because it has to do with your reproductive system.
Is that pretty successful?
Yeah, and it regulates your autonomic nervous system. So yeah.
Oh, okay, thank you.
I had an accident at work where pallets came down on top of me.
Oh, you
And
had
I've
a
never-
traumatic brain injury then.
And I've never
It
had.
just, I don't know.
No, but I never had.
Her body was just,
It was just, yeah.
Horrible.
2 months after I went back to work, I ended up with Guillain-Barré. And so then I was out for 6 months and in the hospital for about 2. But what I was going to ask, and then that was kind of the start of my issues. And then at 68, I had the aortic dissection.
Oh my gosh.
she still has an aneurysm,
Yeah.
lower.
Yeah. But what I guess
that can
I'm
get
wondering
resolved.
is,
That can get resolved?
That can get resolved.
really,
Yeah. I mean,
what I'm really, I get these really, and not consistently, but I get really sharp pains at times. Usually always on the left side of my head.
yeah, from the injury from when you had those pellets that hit your head.
And they've never addressed, that was never addressed.
Because they never brain scanned you. I can't tell you how often people have head injuries and they don't do a brain scan on them. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Do you think that could be why she got Guillain-Barré?
No, because Guillain-Barré it's related to your immune system is reacting to something, and it's turning on your peripheral nervous system. It's very similar to MS.
Yes, they diagnosed her with
But the
MS
thing was,
first.
Yeah.
they did ask
But that's
me.
central nervous system. This Guillain-Barré is peripheral nervous system,
But the two
and it
questions,
shows up different in the brain.
the 2 questions they asked is if I had been really sick, with something,
Because flu, usually
yeah,
flu
or
can
if
cat-
had been in a bad
catalyze.
accident. And I said no to both. Well, my husband said, oh no, you had that, and it was within 6 months of having the accident in Guillain-Barré. I mean, I really went downhill fast.
Yeah.
But I'm just wondering on the patches, would they do anything for those sharp pains?
Yeah,
Really?
it's going to relieve you. Oh my gosh, yes, absolutely. So, are you patched?
Not yet.
No.
Let me patch you, okay? Let me turn this.
But I've just,
Do you want me to hold it for you? Do
Huh?
you want me to do it for you?
Yeah, if you don't mind. I just want to get footage so people can see what's kind of going on.
I'm realizing now at 75, things are starting to feel, I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
And yet,
So you had some pretty serious things, I need to get some of my patches. Give me a quick second.
Okay, that's
So
fine.
I can get some patches. Where's
that?
Marty?
Marty's with people up at the front. Hey, Diana.
Okay, yeah, give me just a quick second.
Okay, no problem.
And I'm going to. Yes.
You guys all put together?
I've got her phone in pink.
We'll text it to
You're
you.
following her right now.
All the patches are there.
I'm making more coffee.
So I will ask, so she will address that.
Have you been using the patches? And for how long?
Since early 2020.
So basically what that
Okay.
is, I don't have my
I've got her phone. I'm watching. So, and you, huge.
So basically what this is that this, so 295 is 3 points. If you look up here, one sleeve of extra
Wow.
and 39 is 1 point.
So, were you in an accident?
No,
Okay.
it was auto.
Auto was
So you can either get F39, right? And that's what you
Sorry. I'm gonna patch her in.
Yes, no?
Where's your worst pain?
Well, today, right now. It starts here and it comes down to my.
Okay. So let's go ahead.
I have somebody I'd really like to talk to you about too. That if you're available tomorrow.
I am available.
He's a paraplegic, and like similar to what she was just telling me, I'm like, oh man, I need to talk to them.
Okay. And what's your pain level before I put to turn off the light? To about a 7? Okay. It's a hard no. Not anymore. We're gonna stop that. And this is gonna go down 50 to 100%. Maybe we'll get lucky and it'll be 100% for her.
Yeah.
So arthritis, it'll take care of that too.
Even where you've got her patched, it will? Yeah. If it's in her hands?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they work systemically.
Okay.
So even though this might be her worst pain, but she might have some other damage. Let's say she has some damage in her heart or in her brain or her liver. It will take care of what in order of priority to keep you alive.
Wow.
But it'll turn off pain receptors. This is a negative charge, this is a positive charge.
Okay.
So this is pulling energy, this is pushing energy to turn off pain receptors.
Okay.
And then this one is actually, it's an on switch to activate your original master blueprint. All of the smart cells are doing this rapid replacing of any damaged cells and creating new ones.
This is the pricing. Well, what I'm wondering, it can't do anything to read.
It'll take time, but they'll straighten it out. So I'm gonna
You've
double.
got to be kidding me.
I'm gonna double patch you because I can.
These could act, because I've gone to a specialist and they said, nope. I said, can you put a pin in it and straighten it? Nope.
No,
can't
that
do it.
will over time. It takes a little bit of time, and it doesn't take as long as you think.
Wow.
Yeah.
You really, this is all arthritis.
So
And I've been wanting to get, because my wrists are getting really weak. And I just thought, oh my gosh.
all that will improve. So I'm gonna put
I should make my appointment then.
X39.
No.
I'm not going to make an appointment then because I was getting ready to.
So this is a great for the hand,
Yes, that's
right
where-
here.
yep.
It's a great acupuncture point. And so tap on left.
Yep, I love that. I just want to do that elevator, maybe the energy.
Gonna put this.
Oh yeah, all of that whole area. I'm so weak. I can't put a gallon of. When you were talking about putting a gallon of milk,
You can't pick it up.
I mean, at times I can't. No.
And so you're gonna wear this until you go to sleep tonight. So right before you go to sleep.
12 hours.
Yeah, 12 hours.
Okay.
And then it's what? It's like, I don't know, 2 or 3 o'clock. So just wear them until tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning when you first wake up, they just remove them, and then you would put on a new set of patches later in the afternoon around 3 o'clock tomorrow.
Okay. And the specials that you're running, how are you going to discuss those?
We're doing them here. We have our clipboards with the forms. If you want, we'll just
These, right?
Yeah, we've got
Oh,
these
okay,
forms, so it's
okay.
just a matter of filling them out. The best value is this because you save 50%, but this gives you the Fantastic 5, this middle pack, which is $5.35. That you'll be set because you'll have the Fantastic 5, and then you'll have like you really need Ice Wave. So you'll have Ice Wave, like you'll have 2 Ice Wave and 3 Energy Enhancer, or 3 Ice Wave and 2 Energy Enhancer. That's
Do you
going to be
do those
So
every day?
here's my question to you. Could she take hers off and put them on my dad so they both get a try 'em?
I'll just give you a 39 and Ice Wave to put on your husband.
Well, this is a month, or how often?
This is 1 month, and then after the first month, then it goes to $329 a month.
Oh, so it goes down.
Then it goes down, yeah, because you get further discounts.
Oh, because I was looking, I was going to say, gosh, retired, I don't know.
No. Yeah, it goes to $329. So for each person that's on the Fantastic 5, a 30-day supply would be $329 a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. So much information.
So how are you feeling now?
Well,
It's been-
I'll tell you, my wrists always hurt, but right now I'm not feeling anything.
Already?
I'm not feeling anything right now.
No pain whatsoever? Zero?
It is not anything right now.
And how about your neck?
Well, it's not like it was when I walked over here.
Wow. So, and that was just a few minutes.
Yeah. But this go, like I say, this kind of comes and goes too. But this does too. But when I was sitting there, that's why I got up, because it was hurting really bad. And I just was didn't want to sit there. But this has been, I've always wondered about this one.
So
And they've never ever said it that there was anything.
Yeah, so,
She's been having these sharp pains almost daily for months.
well, because the pallet hit her head, so that's not uncommon with people who have traumatic brain injuries. Again, we don't
But
treat,
it's been
we
a
don't
long
diagnose.
time.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Really?
Oh, man. More questions? Oh my gosh, so nice meeting you. Thank you for bringing up about autophagy, because more people need to know about the fasting. That's the quickest way to reduce inflammation.
Oh, yeah, really. And I'm watching people, I'm not trying to be critical, but I'm watching people pound down food, and it's just like, hell.
They need to give it a rest.
Get away from that, man.
That's why animals, look at animals. When an animal breaks a bone, cat, dog, horse, goat, camel, doesn't matter. Any mammal breaks anything in their body, they don't eat. They hibernate and just sleep all the time. And they don't eat because all the energy, instead of it having to be tied with digestion, all they do is drink water and rest. Drink water and rest. That's it.
Well, how long do you fast? I've heard of the 16.
There's 7 days.
You go to bed at night. How long do you sleep?
I go to bed probably at 9:30, 10 o'clock.
How long do you sleep?
I don't necessarily sleep, but I don't eat until 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning.
For 12 hours.
Try fasting when you get up. Try fasting for at least 4 to 6 hours.
Later?
Yeah, so don't eat anything
After
until.
you get up.
Yeah, don't.
Wait 4 to 6 hours before you eat.
So here's my routine is I go to bed, I don't eat until lunchtime.
Yeah, that's I don't eat
good.
anything until after 12.
Really?
That's what I do
That's
too.
better than
Well, look
getting
at
up
her.
and having
Look
a
at
good
her.
breakfast.
You know, I have the same
Yes,
thing. Just
absolutely.
break your fast.
Yeah.
That's what breakfast
you
is.
you want to break your fast drinking water.
I gotta go. Nice talking to you.
Yeah, drinking water but no food. You can have water and you can have teas, but no food. Yeah, no, don't have
So if your
breakfast.
stomach's growling or something, let it growl.
Let it grow. The water will speed up. If you drink your water first thing within the first 30 minutes, like you get up and before you go to the bathroom, the fastest way to speed up your metabolism, which women always want to know, I'm like, it's free. Just take water. I keep my water next to my bedside. When I wake up, before I get up and go to the bathroom, I go drink water till I'm satisfied, and then I go to the bathroom. 30 minutes later, I got to go to the bathroom again because I drank that water. Then I drink some more water, and I'm off to the
See,
races.
I'm up 2 or 3 times a night in the bathroom.
You won't as you continue on the patches. That'll go away. I have that happen.
So I'm just curious, real quick with the water, can it be ice cold or does it need to be?
It's better for it to be room temperature.
Yeah.
Because it's
So she's
your
doing
body.
ice all the time.
Yeah, because your body doesn't have to bring it down to 98.6 degrees. You're spending extra energy. Yeah, you want it to absorb, and then the other thing is you want it to have Celtic salt. Take a few little crystals, put it on.
Mine isn't crystals. I use Celtic, but it's the.
I keep Celtic salt wherever I go.
See how the crystals.
Those are Celtic salt crystals, and then I just put my finger, I wet it with my saliva, put it in the little bag, and I put the crystals on my tongue. Now that is absorbed into my bloodstream. The magnesium is the electrolytes that I need to open up the cell membranes to all 56 trillion cells. Now when I drink the water, the water is pulled to inside of the cell, so the water doesn't just dance
So
outside of the cell.
that you do before you drink your
Before
water.
you drink, you don't want to put this in your water. You want to put it on your tongue, because then it opens up the cell membranes because of the electrolytes from magnesium.
I've heard about that, yeah.
Celtic salt has 82 of the 92 minerals that you need. The ocean has 92 minerals. This has 82. So it's a inexpensive, phenomenal, organic way to signal.
Where do you get that?
I get mine. Well, you can get it at Whole Foods or Sprouts, but I order mine through Amazon. It's like $8 for a pound.
I probably got for you.
No, I have the real. I have
It's
the
like
fine for salt, like using it as salt.
The one my mom gets at food.
Just don't use the blue with the little
Oh,
girl and the
no,
umbrella.
no.
That's terrible. You want
which one?
Mine's
don't
something.
use like the blue.
That's
I don't want to say the brand, but yeah, the little girl with the umbrella.
Well,
that's poison.
Iodized salt.
You need Celtic
Oh,
salt.
yeah, yeah.
Just make sure it's organic Celtic salt.
Yeah.
There's a
that's what I
blue.
have.
I'll send you the picture if you want.
There's a blue, it's like in a blue bag.
It's in a blue bag,
Yeah, it's the one I get.
and it's got an old fisherman
Yeah.
with his.
It's at Bailey's.
Oh, Rayleigh's, okay. Okay. Wow. Very, very. Okay, just remind me the patch for the heart.
Carnosine is for the heart. All things related to the heart and brain.
Okay, so my question is I wanted to bring up about animals and somebody beat me to it. But anyways, okay, so you're saying that I could use the patches that I currently have and put them on my puppies?
Yeah.
And like my little girl, she's 7 now. Last year she kind of was like coughing, wheezing, more like a wheezing. So the doctor said she couldn't hear anything, but we did an echocardiogram, and it just said that her the vein, I guess, had a little bit of tiny calcium.
Really?
So,
but she's a puppy, you said.
7 years old.
Oh, she's
Six years.
She's 6.
6
Oh,
years
okay.
old.
She's 6. Okay.
Yeah. They said there was just a little bit of.
Just take your used patches and put them on the inside of her collar.
Okay.
Just put them on the inside of her collar. If she doesn't, because sometimes people don't have, if it's an indoor dog, they
But she does have a collar, but I have it really loose.
So it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So even though it's loose, doesn't matter. You just put it on the inside of the collar, and it'll go up to 4 inches deep into your dog's body. It'll work.
What happened to her in 2019 is she contracted Giardia at a friend's house. They rescued a mutt, and she smelled, I guess, his urine or his feces.
Yeah, they can get it pretty much anywhere.
Yes, but that was.
But you can get Panicure C or Fendendenzimol. Like Panicure C is usually what they use as an antiparasitic for dogs. You can get that on Amazon.
Okay, can you write that down for me?
Yeah,
Because
Panicure.
my vet, we did, she's holistic and like acupuncture and stuff, so she's naturalist. We started off with natural stuff, and then we went to the prescription stuff. I started her on raw food, like my butcher shop meat, you know.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, that's
fruits and
good.
vegetables that I eat, I would feed to her. Well, once she got that Giardia, she still can't eat fresh meat because her stools will be loose. And now,
But the 39 is going to help your dog.
39.
Yeah, the 39 and 49. So Panicure is Panicur, and they use that for dogs, for cats, for horses. Panicur, Panicure, and actually humans take it too.
okay.
It's a dewormer, anti-parasitic for cats, dogs, horses, cattle, but humans take it too.
39 and 49.
39 and 49.
And would it help
And
if I
just-
put it on her skin, on her tummy?
You could put it on the skin. If it's not sticking, for whatever, you could just get paper tape, like surgical paper tape or the other type of surgical tape, and then stick it onto her. But she might try to take it off if you put it on this side. On the collar, they can't take it off. Usually the dogs don't try to take off. They usually don't mind the patches.
And her baby brother just turned 5, but he's had allergies, seasonal allergies.
Oh, yeah, so this will rebalance.
So 39, 49.
39, 49, yeah.
Thank you.
So I had some questions regarding he's talking shop now. So he's never
I think I'm going to
stop.
turn this broadcast, although, we've got a good number of people. If you guys have any questions, make sure you put it in the comments below.
So my husband had a quadruple bypass last year.
Quadruple bypass?
Quadruple bypass.
I'm so sorry. Wow.
Yeah, it happened like 16 hours after I had my gallbladder removed last year.
Oh my
So,
gosh,
yeah.
you guys went through the ringer.
Oh, it gets better.
Your whole family, I'm so
Oh
sorry.
yeah, we've been through the ringer a little bit, but he so he had his quadruple bypass, but his cholesterol is still through the roof. I mean, it's like 400 to 600, and he's on
He needs to get to the
Repatha. He's on Repatha now, and he's on Metropola.
Metropola, that's for his heart.
and he's on. What meds are you on?
He looks healthy though. Oh my God.
Yeah, he's always been healthy. He did 5 miles on the treadmill and was deadlifting 350 pounds 3 days before
I was
his
gonna say,
heart
you look
attack.
healthy and you're on metoprolol and you have high cholesterol.
Yeah, my cholesterol's through the fucking roof.
So-
I do Repatha. They just started me on Repatha. It's injectable. Let's see. Jesus Christ. Protonics, testosterone.
You won't need the patches increase. It increases sexual libido. You see that on the bullet points
Yeah.
there. So
I've been doing
that'll.
testosterone since I was 31.
Why so young?
Shut off.
That's all gonna get
I
repaired.
was I was below 300 in my 30s, which
So-
is insane.
That is, yeah.
I mean, that was lower than hers probably, or close.
No, because men have 50% more testosterone.
Yeah.
Than women. It's like 5 times more. So yeah. So you're.
I was way down on the spectrum. What else do I take? So I take a heart. Jesus Christ.
Anyway, so
yeah.
which
Let me
ones
look it
would
up.
be
I'll
best for
pull
him?
it up on my thing.
So,
and give you.
so the bottom line is that the Fantastic Five is going to regenerate and reset everything, your reproductive system, your hormonal system, your cholesterol. It's going to detox and decalcify anything that you got going on. It's going to rebalance you in your entirety. So you're going to have to amend your meds because the meds that you're taking right now are going to be, it's going to take whatever benefit you're getting from those meds and it's going to get rid of anything that doesn't serve you. And then you're going to have to pay attention and you're going to have to curb.
Metoprolol.
That's for your heart. That's
Yeah,
my mom was on that.
Yeah, I split the pill, take that twice a day, controls heart rate.
What's your heart rate normally?
78.
On the Metropol. That's while you're on the Metropol.
Right now I'm at 86.
Yeah, but that's because you're up and about. So,
And I mean, I do
have you
whatever
ever?
I
Do you ever
want to do.
skip a day or two of the Metropol?
Yeah.
And what happens?
Nothing.
Nothing. Then why are you taking it?
Because I don't want to fucking die.
Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to weight test your body so that you only take it when your heart rate is high. Then you have it as a backup. But with the patches, you're not going to need it because people's heart. I've had people who needed to have a defibrillator installed in their chest, and 10 minutes after they patched with the Fantastic Five, they've never had AFib again, and their doctor, general practitioner, and cardiologist confirmed they no longer had AFib, and they canceled their AFib surgery, the installation of the defibrillator. And that lady is 84, much older than you, and you're young.
Yeah, he was 55 when he had it. His quadruple.
Yeah.
So, and then a quick question for me because I know he's waiting too. But so I had COVID really bad in 21, and when was it a month and a half ago? I was just back in the hospital for diverticulitis. So when they did the CT scan, they showed the bottom portion of my lungs, and there's the beginnings of lung disease. So
Her whole family, everyone dies of cancer.
Everyone.
I mean, everybody.
Yeah.
So that is so. It's not that difficult to free yourself from the symptoms of cancer. It's much harder. The last couple of years that I've been patching people, all the symptoms, and I have PET scans as evidence. We have tumors disappear, even metastasized cancer in the bone, it disappears, and I have 1, 2, 3 PET scans from each individual to prove that. So it's not that difficult to unring the bell of that. Mold and fungus takes longer. It takes 12 to 18 months. The big C, well under a year.
Yeah, so
and it's an issue of detoxifying and your immune system purging out all sorts of things.
So I ended up hurting my shoulder at work. I have a torn.
We should tap
tendon.
you.
Tim did.
She's hurt
but-
right now. She's
So let me-
I'm okay.
Let's patch you, there's no reason for you to be in
Well,
any.
right now, it only bothers me when
do you
I'm
mind
doing
videoing
certain
me?
movements. Yeah, it only bothers me when I'm doing certain like movements. Like
shouldn't
I
bother you
have,
at all.
You're gonna
I have
patch, I'll
three.
take one, because I blew out L4, L5 in a couple of fights.
So we'll patch you
That's,
too.
that's what I was going to ask. If I were to patch everything that hurts, I would look like a speckled trout. Okay? I mean, because I have bunions super bad on my feet. They've been wanting to do surgeries for 4 years on both feet. I have plantar fasciitis. I have a cadaver ACL in my right knee. I have arthritis throughout my body. I have degenerative disease in my L3, L4, S1. Because I slipped 3 discs at work. This was 8 years ago. So that's what I'm saying. If I were to patch everything that hurts, I would have them everywhere. So
What's your worst pain?
Most of the time it's my lower back, like but it's subject to the amount of movement that I do. Right now, my back pain is fine.
So let's do your rotating cup. So where's the pain the most?
Usually it's like right about here.
And what's your pain level right now?
Right now it's really nothing. If anything, maybe a 1.
Maybe a 1? So
Yeah.
we're gonna knock it down to 0.
Because I mean,
No, if she
if I
starts
start
doing
moving
anything, it'll
or
be up to
twisting
the
my arm
ceiling.
behind my back, it'll increase. And then,
So wear this till tomorrow morning, till you wake up.
but with him, he has 2 blown knees.
Well, it sounds like you got, let's also patch what's the worst pain, are your feet?
My feet.
Okay, why don't you take off your shoes, and then we're gonna do your knees.
My feet are deformed.
Don't worry about it. So they'll go back to their original shape. It takes time, but you just need to wear the patches.
We couldn't mostly use 39
39,
for
yeah.
pain.
It's because it's regenerating and turning on the stems, your original master smart cells, and
Similar to her, mine has mostly extremities, like the
left or right.
They both hurt. This way, my left one hurts.
That's gotta be
20 patches every day. Yeah, no kidding.
Sorry, I got little black fuzzies and everything from my shoes.
okay. Just from your socks.
So where would he put his patches?
Well, it sounds like you've got knee issues.
Yes.
Where I hurt the most all the time is my back. My knees have started hurting since my heart issue. They hurt more now
I'm so sorry, honey.
than I've never had that issue before. And I've rolled my whole life, martial arts. I've played with a bandage. I
He was a
played
sheriff for 25 years.
Wow.
He's been in
Martial artists, you probably banged up your body pretty good.
Yeah, well, I feel every fight I've been in when I get up in the morning.
Okay, why don't you sit down? So is it your back or your knees? Okay, so let's check. So what's your pain level 0 to 10?
If I walk around or I stretch, like, everything else is
5? Like right there?
about 2 inches. Right there.
Yeah, he took Tylenol. That's all he would take.
Oh, so you know what that, yeah, you don't want to get addicted.
I know guys have been addicted to after the first one. I know one guy, he went through, he got in a car crash, blew his car out, almost smoked him. He was a highway patrol guy. He was the leading guy for his drug narcotics testing. He was a DRE, drug recognition expert. He's got where the mix and poly drugs, all that kind of stuff. So he
Want to
goes,
touch your knee?
I'm going to patch one, we'll patch the right one.
Where's the worst pain?
Right in there.
this goes on the left side.
I'll tell you where I feel it is when I go all the way down. So I used to spend time with squat, and I always would put my ass on the back of the calves.
Wow, you were pretty limber.
Well, I stayed that way my whole life. Now, if I go down, I get stuck in the
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. That's funny as all hell.
So,
I'm hollering her, hey, on, come help, and I'm doing
in the next 30 seconds to 2-3 minutes, no more than 10 minutes, you'll notice that the pain level will go down your back and
I already noticed it. Because I can't wear heels anymore, you know, because my feet are so bad.
Do you feel something?
But
You can feel something moving, huh? What do you feel? Wow. It's okay. Little trick, take your hand and put it on the So I had an anesthesiologist who, about 2 years ago, we started him on the patches. He had a surfing injury, he had 4 surgeries to get rid of his pain. And he's an anesthesiologist, so he has every drug known to mankind. You know, he can put you out, right? And then as soon as we patched his back, he immediately started walking. He's like, oh my God. He goes, for the first time in 20 years, I'm pain-free. He goes, I gotta get these patches on my father. So, and he was like, yeah, Todd was like, just overcome like you. Because it's a big deal to finally have relief after, especially being an anesthesiologist. I have a lot of anesthesiologists.
I have a question for you on
Don't be
it.
sorry.
No, this is amazing.
Trust me.
I know. So
I'm
what,
on this side of the grass.
so what do you think? What are you thinking? So the people that are watching on YouTube Live,
It's like a breath of fresh air.
it's like a breath of fresh air. And I was like, not even 3 minutes. Oh my gosh. That's incredible. Wow.
It makes a big.
Don't
Don't
hurt
overdo
yourself.
it, and then I know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not.
And the back too.
Yeah. The back is like down to a 2.
How many did you put on?
So I put X39 in his mid back,
Okay.
and then ice weight on each side, and then on his knee, he pointed to the pain where his knee was, and then I put ice weight on both sides of
So
his
my question is, let's say if you have pain in your extremities, like your feet,
Like your hand,
feet,
look.
like yeah. So this is a lot better compared to this. But do you have to do like 8, 10 of them here, 8, 10?
No, you don't have to do it every time. You could do the same thing on this hand if you feel that you need it. You could. It's not gonna hurt. It's okay.
It's like the issue is with the extremities. So which one do you use to?
So it's whatever the worst pain is. I usually patch that
Do you
first.
do 39 and then the ice?
39 and 39, 49.
Yeah, because I'm feeling it in the extremities, only in the hands and the feet. And I don't know if when they check it, they don't find arthritis or anything. But the pain is.
Yeah, but you still have nerve pain.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
So because I have so many pain points, do I just do like the Fantastic Five or
I
whatever?
would just take the Fantastic Five, and when you wake up that day, whatever your worst pain point is, take the 5 patches, whether it's in a strip or in a circle, because you can have the adhesive overlapping it so that they're a circle, and then you can put it on your rotator cuff. If your knee is worse, your knee. If you feel that a hip is worse, your hip. Wherever your worst pain is, you're going to focus on that. If you can afford to put additional patches on, then you can take the next X39, 49, and then ice weight on whatever your secondary points are.
Because like, you know, I mean, I think we're both pretty sold on it, but you know, for 2 people to get, you know,
So that's
it's pretty pricey. Like it's
it's
expensive.
well, because you have other expenses and stuff. So it's like the Fantastic Five are going to be $329 a month for each one of you. Or if you get the premium pack, as you say 50% instead of 30%, then you'll have 5.5 months of patches. Instead of paying a retail price of $3,000, it's $1,750, and that's the lowest price And then after you use up that 5 month supply between the two of you, so about 2.5, 3 months worth of patches, then you can buy maintenance packs where you pay for 6 X39, but you get 9. Because you get the, yeah, so you get, that's a pretty decent discount. So you're getting, again, it's like a 50% discount because you're buying them in bulk. But you're going to notice, you're getting to different people in 6 to 9 months. We recommend 12 to 18 months because you guys have a lot of injuries. So, but 14 to 18 months, you're going to go, oh my God.
And the interesting thing is next week.
This year will probably get darker because I have a lot of people that their original hair color comes back.
Because like I'm actually on hormone therapy too. I take progesterone, I take testosterone, and I take high doses of vitamin D because a lot of my levels are bottomed out. I'm 51, you know, and I've worked nights 17 years, you know. So I after I hurt my shoulder at work, that was my eye opener back in March. Because I shouldn't have gotten hurt. I was paramilitary, I used to be in really good shape, all this stuff, and I let myself go. You know what I mean? So I decided, okay, I gotta stop this. So I went to a health and wellness dietitian because I was way overweight. I was like 217 pounds.
Oh my God.
And so I dropped back down. I'm about 181, 182. And although after this week, I don't know, Thanksgiving, I probably packed on 10 pounds.
Dude, we ate like...
Oh my gosh, we ate so much. But anyway, I started tirzepatide. So the injectable weight loss, right? Well, I ended up I dropped 80 points off of my cholesterol in 3 months. In just 3 months. And then the inflammation went down, and, you know, which also helped with my shoulder.
She was taking gabapentin maybe once a month now.
Yeah.
And she was taking it every day.
Yeah, I was taking that and diclofenac, Tylenol as a backup. And, you know, so I used to take high doses of Motrin for years.
So all that stuff you won't need to take anymore because this will, like I said, your pain receptors are being turned off while the repair is going on at the same time. And it's a quantum. It happens faster and faster for each day that you stay on. It's a quantum effect so that the more things are repaired, there's more energy to reverse age stuff. Scar tissue gets replaced with the original tissue. While it's getting rid of all that. When you don't have any toxins left and everything is pretty clean, that's more energy to rejuvenate and to restore you.
So it's like that package, here, I've got the paperwork right here somewhere. So let's say we did the premium package, so that comes with all of this right here.
So you'll have 5 months of the Fantastic 5, and you'll have ice. You'll also get free bonus ice wave patches and energy enhancer. I would do more ice wave than energy enhancer for you guys, but yeah, you would have Fantastic 5 months of that, and then ice waves for both of you.
Yeah.
You'll have probably like 3, 4 ice wave, which is like 2 months of ice waves.
Okay, so now we have to talk about it.
And you can always get started with this, and then you can upgrade where you just pay the difference. So today, just go ahead and get started so that you get some of the free bonus patches because that's a great place to start. And then when you're ready, whether it's a day or a week or a month from now, then you can just pay the difference and upgrade.
Oh, so pay like the $1,200 difference then?
Yeah, it's like $1,200 difference between this and this. So you only pay the difference, and then instead of 5 months up front, you get 4.5 months up front because you already got the first month here.
Makes sense.
And then that doesn't expire at any time, so you could do it a week from now. I've had people like a couple hours later, I decided I want to upgrade. I'm like, okay. So, but you can do that
if we do like
a month down, we could.
What about like another month?
Yeah, you can do that.
Then
Yeah,
another
you can
month.
do that in a month. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or pay the rest. Yeah,
you can do that.
Yeah, we can start right now. It's definitely something that we would have to discuss. I'll let you, talk to them.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question real quick too.
Yes, what's your question?
Okay, so I've had Lyme's disease.
Oh my gosh, you're one of the youngest people I've ever seen with Lyme. Really?
Yeah.
How long? Can I video you?
Yeah, for about 5 years.
How did you get Lyme's disease?
The thing is, we don't think I've actually gotten bit by a tick after I got my shots. I got bit
big red spot, and they were like, oh, it's fine, but it got really big, and it finally went down. But like after that, we'd go on walks, and I like could not run. Like my knees were hurting, my joints were hurting so bad, like I couldn't run or anything. And so I started doing the oils, and that has helped a bit, but my knee's still hurting. It's my knee right here, and I've got it checked out, and they said, oh, it's fine, don't worry. Like that's what the doctors have said, but it's still.
So who's your mom?
Right over there. In the
Green? Okay. So I want her to come over here. Would you come over here? Because she was telling me that she has Lyme. So I want to make sure that she says it's okay to put. So this is the youngest person I've met who has Lyme. And she was telling me her story. So I'm like, and where's your mom? Who's your mom? So she said, she pointed to you. So I want to make sure that you're okay. Would you give me permission to put the patches on her? Would you video this? And I'm going to put the X39. And right now, where's your worst pain?
Right here.
So what's 0 to 10? What do you Okay. And so I'm going to put points to the pain. So you're going to put that on.
And like the most common is my knee, and then like there's one who play soccer. Like
Did you go to the team?
years ago, yeah, and then it's been like that.
Oh, you're doing the ionic program?
It's gonna get around. Well, I don't think it was.
So put your knee up.
It's thought about separate. And then I also the doctors.
Tan on left, always you read left to right, tan on left first, and then right.
And then I also we've been to a doctor after I've been that they said like my left legs and my knee, like if I didn't stop like some
So this is gonna unring the bell. So give it 30 seconds, give it a couple minutes. We'll see how you feel. Maybe walk over there and walk back. Tell me what you Can you feel a difference? You do feel tingling because it's repairing. While it's that negative and positive energy where it's turning off your pain receptor, so that's why you feel a little bit of the tingling. Okay. And you said your hip. So would you give me permission to put another set on her?
So how's the foot?
Give that a few minutes.
It's better. It's still hurt.
Do you notice any other changes in your stomach?
It already feels better.
So she's saying it already starts to feel better.
Like it was a 6 and now it's probably
So 50 to 100%. So pretty impressive, but it's only been 2 months. How old are you? 11 years. Oh my gosh. 5 years. Wow. Yeah, that's very young. I'm so sorry. I'm glad that I have my own
that's what I said.
That's pretty obvious. Okay, well, I'm glad that you're getting relief. You're doing better. So sorry that you're having to go through this. You'll be able to help other kids. Let them know that this is.
It was about 5 years ago.
You had a question. question too.
Real quick, I keep hearing stem cells, but also T cells.
T cells are something different, but
Yeah, but-
your stem cells are what we're activating.
get
This
that.
is turning on your original master smart cells, which are pluripotent cells. Up until a year ago, August, we could call them stem cell activation patches. The FDA changed their mind last August and said, we're going to consider your stem cells, even if you're using your own body's light, we're going to say that those are drugs. Your stem cells are like your bones are not drugs, but whatever. They make the rules, we got to follow them. So they don't want us to call them stem cell activation patches, so we don't. We call them cell activation patches, light therapy patches, phototherapy, photobiomodulation patches, and I jokingly say, yeah, they're thingy-majiggy patches. Doesn't matter.
How did T cells come into the conversation?
T cells, there's mesenchymal cells, which is a different type of stem cell.
So it
There's
has nothing to do with this technology.
Well, no, it has everything because everything is affected in your body because your master smart cells create everything. T cells, actinoplastins, peptides, nerves, everything. So there's nothing, it's 100%. So there isn't anything that isn't. All your neurobiophysiology is going to be maximized and regenerated with this, and that's what it is. So you see the list there of all the things.
I'm in. I'm wearing.
Oh, good. Fantastic.
Thank you for.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, I wanted to say this. I do biotin hormone pellets.
Mm-hmm.
Will that have an effect on this?
No, so there's no interaction. It's more of you. So you at 30 years of age or 20 years of age, if you were taking biotin, you'd be fine. Or minerals or vitamins or any kind of therapy.
Those little things in your right in your fatty tissue and it absorbs and you take their
Yeah, I have people who've had surgery at Johns Hopkins University where they did spine surgery or neck surgery and they wear the patches through the surgery because it doesn't interfere with anything because it's your body more of it is turned back on.
How can I get testimonials on Parkinson's disease?
So testimonials for any symptom, any diagnosis, any condition, any syndrome can be found at Patching Testimonials Global on Facebook and on Telegram. Once you get started on the patches,
I'm not on Facebook.
You're not on Facebook? Then we can put you on Telegram.
Okay.
On Telegram, and then we have one group where it's just the pure pictures, and then you can't look it up by symptom, but on the other one we have listed the symptoms, the condition, the syndrome, whatever the diagnosis is. So I'm going to turn this off so I can.
Or do you have a website for it?